Hello, I'm Catherine DeCaro.
And I'm Colleen Sweeney.
And we're here to talk to you about something today that we're very, very passionate about.
And also to extend you an invitation.
One of the things I'd like to talk to you about is about an engineer. Now, the first thing that comes to mind when you hear about the word engineer is someone who solves problems, probably using math and science. A problem to make life easier, or to make one's life more satisfying, or to give them some freedom. The engineering course that I'd like to talk to you today about is called Engineering Your Personal Financial Life. Not your typical engineering course, but tremendously important. In light of the precarious state of our economy today, there's not a day that you can't look at a newspaper and see a scary headline about deficits, foreclosures. With this in mind, we have a mandate to give our young women here at Lincoln the tools to make sound, informed, and safe financial decisions in their own personal life. If we help our students to be comfortable and secure in their own personal lives with regard to their finances, it will have nothing but positive ripple effect. It will affect positively local economies, state economies, national economies, and finally, economy throughout the globe.
Kathy and I have been teaching personal finance here at Lincoln for over 6 years. And the primary focus of our course is to help the girls become aware of personal finance and to become very literate in this regard. They're seniors and they're coming to a crossroads in their life. They're about to go off to college and become more independent consumers. We're trying to give them the tools so that they can be more independent consumers. Our point is to try to help them understand their relationship to money and what kind of consumer they will be. So we begin the course with having the students set up goals for themselves, short-term goals, intermediate goals, and long-term goals. They complete spending journals over the course of several weeks. They actually write down what they spend their money on, their money. And at the end of that time, they analyze if the money was spent on needs or wants and how the balance is between their needs and wants. We also help them prepare budgets, and they learn the essentials of banking and the importance of saving. We talk about credit, about the new regulations in regard to credit, and how easy it is to fall into serious debt, and how difficult it is to dig yourself out of serious debt. Other topics include insurance and investing.
The personal finance course that we've taught over the past 6 years has evolved. It includes topics that Colleen just talked about: budgeting, credit, insurance, investments, savings. But they're presented each year with a different twist, with an eye to what's going on in the economy around us. Situations change, legislation changes, and we have a mandate to help keep our girls informed as to how all of these changes can impact their own lives. The students hear it from many voices. This year, for example, we had speakers from bankruptcy court. We have a certified financial planner, alums who are currently in the financial world, working in insurance, in consumer law. We are part of the Speakers Bureau from Providence College, where we have students who are studying careers in finance come to our class to give their expertise and their experience. It's really important that our students hear, not just from Colleen and I, but from experts in the field and people closer to their own selves in age. We welcome parents and alum to our class to share their expertise. We'd like to take this time to thank parents and alum who have already supported us by coming to class and by supporting us in things like subscribing to the classroom edition of the Wall Street Journal. Our students read this each month, and through the readings keep current on what's going on, and it is geared to their age level. We also have here a personal finance book club. Students are free to choose a book of their own, something that they might be interested in, and come to class and share what they've learned and how what they've learned might impact their own lives. They also begin the process of looking into their past and into their future. We ask them to begin the process of crafting their resumes. What accomplishments have they made? We ask them to write cover letters and think about what careers they might like to pursue. We also enlist the services of people outside the community in human resources who come into Lincoln to actually have the girls go through a mock interview. This is so important for their own selves. They are a little frightened at the process, but it certainly is a confidence builder and does give them experience for their own college interview, which will probably be the first interview before their job interview.
This year, Kim Geisel, Lincoln School's business manager, has joined our team, and she's brought a whole new perspective to the class. She contributes from a business perspective, and our background, Kathy and my background, has been a teaching perspective, so it's really enhanced our class. She's also provided 2 opportunities for us this year. We had an invitation to join a meeting of the Lincoln School Board's Finance Committee, and we also had the opportunity to be involved in the decision-making for the food service contract. So at the financial committee meeting, the girls learned about how a nonprofit charts their course, their financial course, and talks about how they determine what kind of loan would be best for a school to choose. In the food service analysis, the girls actually went through the 3 different binders that the food service contractors were providing. They analyzed them doing a SWOT analysis, and then they came up with their own recommendation. They were present for the face-to-face presentations by these vendors, and their recommendations were actually given a lot of weight. So they were used in the final decision to maintain the present service, that we provide the best service for Lincoln. So both of these opportunities were kind of a preview for the girls about what financial decision-making is and the kind of strategies you employ.
Colleen and I also have a responsibility to keep current with trends in personal financial education. We do this with a participation in the Rhode Island Jumpstart conferences that take place each year. Just this past November, Colleen and I attended the National Jumpstart Conference in Washington, D.C., along with 200 teachers from across the country. We networked with them, and we were allowed to bring back useful resources that we could use in our own classrooms to increase awareness in the areas of personal finance for our students. We also participate in the Life Smarts program here in Rhode Island, and it's also a national program. But we meet each week. This gives an opportunity to students outside of the personal finance course to also have learn something in the area of personal finance. We just this coming Friday on March 10th will be competing with 10 other schools from across the state. In the fall, we also participated in the Federal Reserve Cup Challenge. And this week, we'll also be asking our students to take the National Financial Capability Challenge. High school students from across the country will be taking this, and will be sent data telling us how our students fare in this area. Lincoln is a small college preparatory school, but we have a definite mandate to address this issue in a formal way. We've tried to do this with our personal finance, but because of scheduling conflicts, we can't reach every senior. Colleen and I have a goal. Our goal is to create an online personal finance class that all seniors can take, should they choose to do so. Embedded into this online class would be several FaceTime seminars where we could really personalize the personal finance for our students.
What we enjoy most is the feedback that we get from all of the personal finance alums we've had over the past 6 years. Their feedback has been overwhelmingly positive. What they talk about the most is the rich conversations that this course permitted them between their parents and themselves, because they're very adult topics that they talk about when it comes to finance. We like to tease current girls and say, Prince Charming may or may not be coming after graduation, so you have to be responsible to navigate the complex financial world ahead. On April 20th at 2:10 in the Music Center, some of these performing personal finance alums will return for a panel discussion. We look forward to having them share with us their newfound wisdom and their experiences.
So thanks for listening to us today. We hope that our conversation allows you to sense the passion that we really have for this subject.
And we hope to see you on April 20th, Wednesday afternoon, 2:10 to 3 o'clock in the Music Center.